Hello everyone, my name is Anna Powell and welcome to Audio with Anna. Today I'm interviewing Jessica's makeup. Hi Jessica, how are you?
Hi Anna, I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm brilliant, thank you. Now Jessica, I know it's it's an over the phone interview, but are you dressed or is it a PJ situation?
I am not in my PJs today. I am in a gym set because I'm getting ready to go on my walk and do my workout, but on any other day of the week I would be in my pajamas.
So what sparked your love for makeup?
This is always a funny question to answer for me because I originally started wearing makeup because there was somebody that I went to school with that pointed out one of my big insecurities, which was how fair and light my eyebrows were. So my original interest in makeup started to kind of counteract that insecurity. So I was filling in my eyebrows and it just kind of exploded from there, and I got into makeup properly after that.
Wow. So what inspired you to set up your page?
So I had been doing makeup for friends and family for a little while, doing my own makeup, but I never really thought about putting it out there because makeup pages were kind of becoming a thing at that stage, and a lot of people had a lot of pages, and I just thought that there wasn't anything interesting or special enough about me or my makeup to warrant creating a page. But I did my cousin's Deb's makeup, and the response that I got to it from the people that were there and people who saw her makeup, they were like, oh my god, this is incredible, you should be putting yourself out there. So I decided to go away and make my little page, and it all just kind of took off from there.
Has your experience on social media been mostly positive or has there been any negative moments?
It's definitely been mostly positive for me anyway. I have made best friends for life through setting up my Instagram page that I never would have met otherwise. And it's all I've grown a lot as a person since I kind of started putting myself out there. But I have had my fair share of negative moments. I've had not so nice people come onto my page and leave not so nice comments and messages. I've also been publicly slated on forums online for my makeup, and people think that I'm ugly and I'm this and I'm that. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but overall definitely positive, I would say.
Do you have any advice for people on how to deal with negativity online?
At the end of the day, the only opinions and perspectives that matter are your opinion of yourself and the opinions of your loved ones. And I don't think that you should really be paying any heed to people who are online and don't know you, don't have any vested interest in you. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy to get one negative message and let that ruin your day and counteract all the nice messages and nice comments that you get. But at the end of the day, your worth doesn't lie with other people. Your worth lies within yourself. And I think once you're working on loving yourself and just being proud of who you are kind of every day, I think that's a good way to go about it. And at the end of the day, it's only social media. It's not the be all and end all. You are a person outside of your social media account where your followers, your likes, none of that matters. How you are as a person and how you treat other people, that's what matters.
Have you found makeup to be a source of empowerment in your life?
Most definitely. I hate that it's seen as such a superficial thing. I get a lot of responses from men who say that they don't like my makeup or my makeup is too much and they prefer natural girls. And I really just have to laugh that they think that I'm sitting down and cutting my crease 6 times for them. I mean, it's kind of laughable that they think their opinion is so important. But my self-confidence has grown so much since I started doing my makeup, putting it out there, finding other people who enjoy the same craft that I do. And I just think it is really, really empowering to have something that I'm good at and that I love doing. And it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks because I have fun doing it, and that's all that really matters for me.
That's amazing. What are some of the biggest challenges makeup artists have to face in their work?
I think I'm lucky in the fact that I am not a full-time makeup artist. I'm not even taking appointments anymore with COVID. And I've always had something else going on outside of my Instagram account. So when I first set it up, I was a full-time student, and now I have a full-time job outside of Instagram. So I have never been a 100% self-employed makeup artist, but I know it is really hard. The time that goes into it, organising appointments, the money that goes into your kit, Then you have to deal with no-shows, cancellations. It's just, there's a lot that goes into it that people don't think about. And also, I think the fact that for a lot of people, getting your makeup done is something that's like a treat for yourself. It's not an essential thing. But I think, like, clients and people who are booking in to get their makeup done, they don't think that this is somebody's income, and like they rely on that income to keep their house going, to be able to pay their bills, put food on the table. So I think because it's such like a bonus or a treat yourself thing for other people, that they don't really value that as like a full source of income for the actual makeup artist. And I know it's not on purpose, it's just something that you wouldn't think about unless you're in it. But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people wouldn't really think about, and it's kind of written off as an easy job, and it's definitely not, especially with COVID. One of my best friends used to be booked up Friday to Sunday. She wouldn't have a chance to even have a cup of tea, and now she doesn't know when she's going to be able to work again. So it's definitely not an easy job.
Would you ever want to be a full-time makeup artist?
I don't think so. I think for me, I enjoy it as an art form, and I have regular clients that I still take outside work, say before COVID, that I will always bend over backwards to fit in. But right now, that's not where my focus is. I just don't think it's lucrative enough career-wise for me right now, especially with COVID. And I also think that it would take the enjoyment out of makeup for me. I don't mind doing it for my core clients that I have now. Like, there's clients that would be my friends now because I've been doing their makeup for so long, and I will always take their appointments. But I don't think I enjoy being employed as a makeup artist as much as I do doing it for myself and for my page, like creating content, if that makes sense.
Do you see yourself creating content in the long run?
I think so. I don't think I ever want to make it my job, because I have some experience of working with brands, chasing payments, chasing products, and my God, is it an absolute nightmare sometimes. Now, there are other brands that are fantastic to work with, but for me personally, I do it as a hobby. I do it for me because I love doing it. I love the relationship that I have with my audience. I enjoy creating reviews, hearing feedback, hearing everybody's opinions, but it is just that for me. It's something I enjoy doing, and I don't ever want to take that enjoyment out of it and feel stressed about it and all of that. So for me, I definitely can't see myself giving it up anytime soon, even though it is hard to balance it while working full-time outside of it. But I love it, so I can't see myself ever giving it up.
What are 3 makeup products you couldn't live without?
Anna, why are you doing this to me? When I saw this question, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to answer that. I mean, if you saw the collection I have sitting in front of me, you'd understand how difficult it is to pick just 3. But if you were to ship me off to a desert island in the morning, 3 things I would bring with me would be my Catrice Cinematic Brow Pencil. It's incredible. My Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and probably a pair of lashes, because I just can't be coping looking bald without them.
Have there been any beauty trends you've tried that have gone horribly wrong?
There's one makeup hair that I am willing to die on, and it is the fact that I do my brows before my foundation always. I don't know how people put their brows on afterwards, and I've never been able to get it to work for me. Another thing that I tried was when TikTok kind of blew up during lockdown and everyone was putting powder underneath their foundation. It made me look disgusting. So those 2 are definitely things that I could just never, ever do.
Do you prefer affordable or high-end makeup?
I will always love affordable makeup. It will always have a special place in my heart. Some of my favourite brands are very affordable. Catrice, Essence, like I use a lot of kind of like pharmacy and affordable makeup brands. But as I've grown and invested in my kit, I've learned that there are some things that are worth investing in, especially if you are a makeup artist looking to pad out your kit. I find that the products that are worth the extra few bob would be like base products, so foundations, primers, all of that kind of stuff. And also, if you can find a good eyeshadow formula that you like, that's also worth spending an extra few bob on. But like, if you watch my tutorials or anything like that, I try to keep a mix of both, because I remember what it was like when I was getting pocket money every week and trying to buy a full face of makeup with €15. And it's not easy, but it definitely can be done, and there are so many amazing affordable brands out there. So people watching makeup artists and bloggers shouldn't feel pressured to go out and spend €100 on new makeup releases. You can get amazing products that don't drain your bank account.
What is the cheapest dupe you have found?
Cheapest dupe. I've come across a few now, like throughout the course. I don't think anything is ever a 100% bang on dupe, but for me, I love the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, but it is €40. It is quite expensive, and there is a primer from Catrice called the Sensational Primer that is, I won't say identical because it's not, but they are very, 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 very similar. And I think the Catrice one is only like a fiver compared to €40. So that's probably the dupe I'm the most proud after finding, because it's a product that I use all the time myself.
How are you coping as a young person with COVID?
It's definitely hard. I mean, whether you're a young person, an old person, whatever age you are, we've all had to make I can't even speak, sacrifices because of the virus. For me, there are family members that I haven't been able to hug in months, and it breaks my heart, but I know that I'm doing it because I love them and because I want to protect them. And for me, I am at home, I go to work, and I might go to the odd hair appointment, but I'm not doing much else. And I'm also trying to speak up on my platform about like proper social distancing, wearing your mask, all that kind of stuff, because I don't want to say it like a young audience, but some of them would be quite young and quite impressionable, and I think it's not my responsibility, because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody is responsible for somebody else's actions, but I feel like I want to be as good of an influence as I possibly can. So I try and show what I'm doing to kind of do my best and make sure that I'm following all the regulations and keeping myself and my loved ones safe. And I feel like it's no harm to share that and kind of like put it out there for the people that are following me, if that makes sense.
Do you believe it's very important to use your voice on your platform?
I think it's a personal choice. I'm not going to sit here and tell anybody what to do with their platform. But me as a person, I value the platform that I've created. It hasn't happened overnight. It's taken me years to get the platform that I have. And I mean, if you follow me, you know that I am not very shy when it comes to my opinions. I will speak out if I feel like it needs to be done. And me as a person, I would rather put my opinion out there than not. But again, that's just me. I think it's everybody's own decision what they do with their platform, but I do have somewhat of a voice. So I think why not use it, especially if it could change the thinking process of even one person. It'd be so worth it.
That's brilliant. I've seen on your Instagram page that you've been promoting supporting local. How important is that to you?
I really like to support local businesses where I can. Now, that doesn't mean that I am saying that I'm holier than thou, that I don't ever buy anything off Amazon or anything like that, because that's not true either. But I try to, where I can, support local businesses, support Irish businesses, because COVID has hit everybody in some shape or form. It's not, everybody has felt it, and I think it's no harm to show some support to local businesses that might be struggling, because, I mean, like I said, we're all feeling it, and I think it'd be a real shame to think that COVID would take away all those local businesses, and behind every local business is a person who started with a dream, who probably has a family that they're trying to support. So, like I said, I will use my platform as much as I can to kind of show off those businesses, and if I can send even one or two people their way, I'd be absolutely delighted.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thanks for having me, Anna. I hope those answers were somewhat helpful.
They were brilliant. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you talking to me today.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for having me on, Anna.